Hey guys, Robin here, and welcome to another movie review. Yeah, it's been quite a while, huh? But today I am reviewing a, another killer car movie. This time it is Monster Man from 2003. Now, Monster Man is about two people driving through the countryside in an old car, and they find themselves being stalked by the by the by the non-human driver of a big rusty truck. Now, if that sounds familiar, now if that sounds familiar to you, that's because that's basically the same premise for the 2001 killer car movie Jeepers Creepers. Yeah. The only difference is, whereas Jeepers Creepers it was a brother and a sister in a 1960 Chevy Impala. In Monster Man, it is a nerdy guy and his fat, douchey friend in a 1970 Chevy Kingswood. Now, this is also a horror comedy, and the humor in the film, well, the two big ones that come to mind is this one where at one point they drive by a road-killed cat. After they go by, something picks the cat up, and then they're sleeping in. Then later on in the film, they're sleeping in a motel, and whoever's driving the big monster truck puts the road-killed cat in the bed in the guy's hand, and the skinny guy's hand is in the cat. He wakes up, sees what it is, and chucks it across the room, and it lands on his fat friend, who is having a sexual dream where he's eating a lady out. And, oh god. Well, to anyone who is still watching after I said that, he starts eating into the dead cat. He wakes up and freaks out and starts screaming like a little girl, which was hilarious. And the other funny part is, at one point, the skinny guy gets fed up. The skinny guy gets fed up with the fat guy being an asshole, so he pulls the car over and they start fighting, which ranges from them putting each other on a headlock, one of them pinning the other one on the ground, or even just simple sissy fighting, which is pretty funny. And now this movie did come out in 2003, the same year as another killer car movie I have, Speed Demon, which is made by the Asylum. So maybe I'll get to this one someday. There's also another killer car movie in 2003 called Black Cadillac, but I don't have that one yet. Anyway, so the skinny guy played by Eric Jungman and the fat guy oh, played by Justin Urich, and the titular Monster Man, as seen here, is played by Michael Bailey Smith, who you may know as playing the Thing in the unreleased 1994 Roger Corman Fantastic Four movie. Yeah. now, this now thing is now the truck appears to be like incredibly fast in the movie, but when they were making it, the actual like truck itself, it couldn't go above 40, or else the radiator cap would go into the stratosphere. So they had to like speed up the footage, and they did a really good job at speeding the footage up because it's never obvious that it's sped up footage. It just looks like normal speed, which is really cool, especially for a little independent film like this one. Now, the movie's gore effects, they're pretty darn cool. There's this, like as I mentioned, there's a road-killed cat, and that looks very realistic. There's also there's also at one point the car runs out of gas, so they spot a motorhome. So they spot a motorhome slash camper parked in a park like nearby, and they run over to it, not knowing that it's parked in the middle of a gigantic freaking pentagram, and there's a decapitated body inside, but they don't notice it because they don't go inside the RV. They try to siphon gas, and at first the fat guy starts unknowingly siphoning the camper's septic tank, and the skinny guy knows, but just doesn't tell him until he's like, "Oh God," which is like really funny. Um, Now there's also at one point, like late into the film, there's a character who is like basically almost cut in half. Like almost completely cut in half. It looks like he got like ran over by a truck that had tar on the tires, and it ripped all his skin and flesh off like down to his spine. Kind of like that. And and the Monster Man himself, well, by the end of the film, he is still able to talk, and you'll not believe, you'll be asking, how? But yeah, but yeah, not gonna spoil too much of this movie. Well, I mean, the front like literally shows the wagon getting crushed, so you know that it doesn't survive the movie. One other thing, there's a scene before the climax that they seem to be kind of going for a day for night for a day for night shot, because it's clearly like sunlight shining like through the trees, but it's like kind of tinted and darkened, which I don't know, like I don't know if it's meant to be daytime or nighttime. It's like either way, it's done like really badly, but sorry about that. And the makeup on the Monster Man himself is really good. And there's also a scene where these two guys are at a bar where everyone there but them is an amputee of some kind, whether they're missing a hand, their arm down to the elbow, the arm all together, a, a foot, or from the knee down, or just the entire leg. All kinds of like amputee people. Now I don't know if that was now if those are like real actual like amputees, like that is something that they were able to find that many of them, which is insane. And so yeah, so I would highly recommend that you give this one a watch. Like if you ask me, I consider this one to be I consider this movie to be a better version of Jeepers Creepers, But now I mean now I don't know if that's like intentional because I don't know if that's intentional or not. But I mean there must have been some like inspiration. So I guess you could consider it Jeepers Creepers, like Jeepers Creepers if the creeper only used his truck as a weapon, and the police mm, barely get involved, kind of like that. Oh, and it's a lot more gorier than it is. So yeah, Monster Man. It's a nice little it's a nice quality little known gem of the killer card genre. But I would highly recommend giving this one a watch. Yeah, so yep. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all soon. Oh wait, one last thing. That at one point they are joined by a hitchhiker played by Amy Brooks, and she is quite an interesting character. But there are some things that when you first see her like doing them, you're like, oh come on, that would never happen. No girl is actually that horny. But there is a but it but when you hear an explanation for why she was like that, it makes total sense. So yeah, so for real now, that's all I gotta say about Monster Man. Thank you all for watching this review, and I'll see you all soon in the near future. Peace.